Hey, brothers, welcome to the Home Bar Happy Hour. We're talking about that bastardly heat wave. We're talking about the Hawk Tuah girl. And we're talking about Cujo, that bastard dog that got rabies from flying rodent winged creatures of the night. Let's roll, America.
All right, let's roll indeed, Mike. I loved your imitation of the Hawk Tuah. That was a good one. You know, they say imitation, sincerest form of flattery, right?
Hey, yep. I don't know what you're insinuating there, but I have not touched the penis. My penis only. And this is like that, going back to that guy that, was it Scary Movie 2 when the girl was going to blow him, and he's like, excuse me, I can do it myself, thank you. And he just like tucks himself up.
Hey, that's
but
a
how
skill
you doing, Joe?
most many people don't have. I'm doing great, Michael. I'm enjoying the summer, having a good time. Let me start it out real quick. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by, having a happy hour with me and Mike. If you guys like it, like hanging out with us, please do a like, a subscribe, whatever it is. It helps us out a lot. We saw a decent amount of subscriber jumps from me saying it at the beginning, so I'm going to keep saying it at the beginning. That's going to be the thing. So thank you, everyone, for coming out. Mike, let's just jump right into it. You had a huge weekend, right? You were chefing it up, cooking it up, cooking some butts, cooking some ribs, smoking butts, ripping butts. What were you doing, man? Let me know.
Well, I wasn't ripping butts.
No ripping butts. Okay.
Those days are over. I mean, you remember like having a nice cigarette when we were out there, and out in the field or something like that. Like,
I miss smoking so much every day.
I know.
It's so bad for you, but man, there is just nothing better than hitting a good cigarette after a long day or after you're mad at someone. Like,
yep.
I love it.
Exactly. But yeah, like he said, those days are over for both of us. So we're vapor. We're one
Darth
of them.
Vapors.
So
yeah.
Yes. So I have my jetpack here, and but yeah, dude, I did 4 Hawaiian pork shoulders where I got the barbecue rub. It's called from Hawaii. I guess I think it's from Hawaii. Don't quote me on that. But I specifically was looking for Hawaiian barbecue rub. And I got this stuff. It was Maui Wowie, and I injected my pork butts this time with pineapple syrup, and man, they came out spectacular.
Nice.
I have a damper regulator for my charcoal smoker, and it's like a rubber hose that connects, and it's got a plastic attachment here I hold in my hand, and it connects to this aluminum. It's like a heavy aluminum cone, and then it attaches to the damper of the charcoal smoker, any charcoal smoker, and it forces air into the fire so that it'll keep your smoker hot. Well, I don't know why I thought I needed it here this weekend. I think it's because I'm doing it for customers, but it definitely melted the plastic attachment off. Now I gotta find it. I gotta buy a new one from the company. But yeah, that means it was fucking hot.
Yeah,
but,
it was ripping and tearing.
I did 40 pounds of chicken and holy holy sauce. I made the holy holy sauce myself. Let me tell you, when you look up recipes online, don't go for the immediate ones like all recipes or all that stuff. That's what's like. You can follow it that way, but your food's not going to be as good. You want to go take a direction and like investigate where that recipe is from. And so that's what I was looking for, this recipe, holy holy chicken. And I wanted to make sure that it was from Hawaii. That's what it was. That's the chicken. That's where it's from. So
yeah,
that's what I did. The only thing that I ventured away from. Now it said, I did the measurements all out for 70 people. So that's a lot of sauce marinade to make. And I was just going off of ounces and pounds. That's all I was doing. It was just like one giant witch's kettle. There's like three 32-ounce cans of pineapple juice, 3 32 cans of pineapple juice, 4 bottles, 4 12-ounce bottles of soy sauce, almost a whole pound of ketchup, two just basic bags of brown sugar. I forget what they're. I think they're about a pound, a little over a pound a piece, maybe a pound. What else? Yeah, paprika, garlic, 2.5 cups of Worcestershire sauce, 2.5 cups of apple cider vinegar. There was like a bunch of stuff and whisked it all together. There was more stuff in there. I don't have the recipe in front of me to figure it all out. But then after that, then I put all the chicken in there and then seal it up in a 5-gallon bucket and put it in my fridge. Let it sit overnight. It was pretty much like probably around like close to like 18 hours of marinating in this. And then all I did was I baked them off in the oven, and then I just charred them up on the grill as I mopped them with a little bit of marinade I saved off to the side and mopped them up. Man, very good. And
Finger
then I charred
licking
up some
good.
pineapple. Yeah, dude, that was some damn good chicken. Then I did the ribs. I did 6 racks of ribs. I did that in Cosmos. That's a rub company. Cosmos. I believe it's hot honeybee rub, and I glazed it with some actual honey, and then put them straight in the smoker for 4 hours. Pulled them out. Put a little bit of. I had some barbecue sauce that I bought from my dad, but I'm like, these are going down there, so I don't want this shit in my fridge because there's a lot of sugar in it. So I think it's Sticky Fingers Original. So I just did I just poured like the whole bottle and all the mopped them with the same mop, and then wrapped them in. I wrapped the base in foil so that the drippage wouldn't go down. I wanted to keep those juices, and then I just kept it open and I wrapped the whole thing in butcher paper so that I can get a nice pull. They're not fall off the bone. I had like a nice pull, dude. They came out perfect. Like it's the shit that you would eat at like a competition rib festival or something.
Nice.
So I was really satisfied. They get really good taste. They had a really good char to them. Dude, all the food was fantastic. I made like a big hotel pan of mac and cheese. I did my roux, threw some garlic in with the roux, and then started taking. I shred my own cheese. That's how. If you don't know, but if you get bag shredded cheese, that's got like the preservatives and stuff in it, so when you throw it in with your roux and milk, that's going to be
does it melt as
like clumps? No, it's not smooth. It's like tiny little clumps.
Yeah.
So that's why you went in a half-gallon of spinach artichoke dip. It said like, oh, grab like frozen spinach. No. We don't do that. We do fresh. We do fresh artichokes, fresh spinach. Yeah. Turned out really good. Gave her sliced down 4 baguettes and toasted up a nice pumpernickel loaf. And yeah, dude, they were ecstatic. I came down there. They were like, "Hey, this is the guy," and I'm like, "I'm the guy. That's who I am. The guy."
Yeah,
Jerry Seinfeld. Yeah. But yeah, it was like hanging out with the neighbors and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. It was a lot of fun down there. I definitely put a hurting on their beer though. It's like, yeah. Keep your beer, have our beer. It's like, are you sure you want to play this game with me?
Yeah.
I was like, I'll drink you out of the house at home, brother.
Hey, that's what it's about.
There were some veterans down. There's some veterans down there, and we're shooting shit.
Nice, yeah. Keep your customers full, and then they'll keep you quenched. Yep.
How about that heat wave, bro?
Dude, it's been brutal. Yeah, it's been just like absolutely disgusting. I took my dog for a hike on Saturday, and I was planning on doing like just 5 miles with her, nothing bad. But bro, we hit like the 2.5 mile mark. I thought she was gonna die. She jumped in. What
time on Saturday?
Like the worst time. I think I left the house at like 11 a.m. So we were right in the middle. Man. I mean, we were by the river. We were walking through the woods, so you got some shade. But still, man, it was just brutal. And she came home and she was panting for probably an hour afterwards. But yeah, dude, it's been I haven't even wanted to do anything, but I did that, and then I did a little 10-mile bike ride on Sunday. But
oh, nice.
I do hate the cold, so I don't mind the heat as much. And it is nice every now and then get a little sweat on. You know, you just go outside, you immediately lose 3 pounds. I love it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I hit the gym Friday morning, and then went shopping to get the rest. I wanted all my food, like basically everything that wasn't dry and shelf stable. So I wanted all my chicken, my pork, all that stuff. I wanted it fresh. I mean, well, at least I know it's coming from that is, you know what I mean? I'm making it that day. I don't want it sitting in my fridge for like a week or so.
Right.
But so yeah, and then that's when I came home, started prepping and stuff. Man, when I fired up that smoker, man, I was sweating my ass off. And then I was thinking about
in front of a hot grill all day.
Yeah, and I had like I had some army buddies come over. The one that the one they call Corey.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, he came over for a little bit, and we were just like hanging out. He was like watching me, cook and stuff like that. I was giving him little taste tests and shit like that. And but yeah, I was gonna pull an all nighter. That's what I was thinking, because I was so afraid that that's a lot of food that's in there, and I didn't want it to, you know what I mean? I didn't want it to screw up, so I was like, I tried. I was up. I was drinking. And I tried. I think I went to bed at like 2:30 in the morning, but I had my alarm clock set for 7 a.m. And I got up at 7 a.m. Still hammered, coming down here and checking that smoker. I brushed my teeth and shit, and I was just like, I was out here dying, dude. Just drinking water, drinking Sprite Zeros, just trying to get, everything going. Everything was already cooking, and everything was, going good, and I just wanted to,
get some electrolytes back in the body.
Yeah, because I was pretty banged up, and I was sweating my ass off, man. That smoker was red hot.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's the worst. And then like the next day, like you take off not the next day, but you check like your underwear, your shorts, and they're like white from all that salt that's come out of you. Ugh.
Ooh, I don't drink that. Not me, man. I don't eat that. I got like a low sodium type of thing going on.
Okay. That's only happened to me a couple times when it's been like I did like a long bike ride, like 120 miles or something. And
120 miles? Oh
yeah.
My God!
Yeah, from Los Angeles to San Diego, did like the whole thing down there, and like my clothes after that were like white and stiff, like after everything dried, because like so much I'd sweat so much.
How did you come back? Did you have somebody pick you up?
I think that was my 31st birthday. So I went down there with a couple friends, and I rode my bike and they drove a car. So then they were in a truck, so I threw my bike in the back and
good
rode
for
back
you,
with
man.
them.
How long did it take you?
That was 2 days, right? So I did 60 miles the first day, and then 60 miles the second day. It was about 6 or 7 hours on the bike each day. So not too bad. I was probably averaging, like 10 miles an hour.
You camped out on the trail?
We camped on the beach. There was like a beach like halfway between LA and San Diego. Yeah. Was it kind of like flat overall, or was there like some hills? Bro, it was hilly, man.
Oh, yeah, fuck that. Nope, sorry.
Dude,
I'll see you in San Diego. I'll pick you guys up.
Yeah, there is some like flat desert out there, but dude, there were some roads that were just like running up and down the hills. Yeah, it sucked. But I mean, it was fun. It was a lot of fun, but just climbing those hills can get really brutal. But, fortunately, I had people in a car. That's a good, if you're ever going to do like a long bike ride like that, word to the wise, have a support vehicle with you.
With water and air conditioning.
So then, just so you don't have to carry all your stuff. You know what I mean? Last year, I rode out to Atlantic City from Philly and met a bunch of people out there. And that ride was worse. One, because the East Coast heat just sucks. You got that humidity. And then two, I had to carry like all my stuff I was taking with me for the weekend. So my bike was like so heavy, so climbing any hills was just brutal. If you have someone in a car, they can take all their shit with you, all your shit with them. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, that sounds like it would be the way to go.
Yeah,
Me, on the other hand, I'll do a bike ride, but man, I'm not doing any inclines. Nope. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll do like the slight, the little hilly inclines and stuff like that, but
You're not doing that crazy climbing.
no, I'm not doing that crazy. Those, oh, fuck that, man. And then that goes with hiking too. I don't mind hiking and stuff, but when you telling me I'm gonna hike a fucking mountain, no fucking way. You're out of your mind, man. I'll see you at the bottom. I'm turning around. I'm going back. I'll make a fire down here. I like camping and being outdoors and stuff like that. But man, when you're telling me you're trying to hike up the side of a mountain, or you're doing a 120-mile bike ride, up and down these steep inclines, and I'm like, no fucking way, man. I like to work out and stuff like that, but I mean, I'm obviously not even in that shape to even start even doing that. I just started just doing Tabatas again for my abs.
Yeah.
And just weightlifting again. And, but I just like to walk, man. I mean, I'm like, we running for, in the Army. It was like, it's not even fun. The
I don't do
military
the
just
running
ruined
anymore.
running. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to run. I do hikes and I do bike rides. That's all I want to do. I do walks as well, but that's less exercise. That's more just walking around with the dog and listening to an audiobook or something.
Speaking of the heat wave and then you being out there, and like, it's kind of deserty, isn't it?
Where's that?
Down there,
California?
Like going from LA to San Diego. That's kind of desert type, like rocky, deserty.
Yeah. Between the cities on the coast, you have the beach the whole way, so it's not super deserty. You go any amount of miles inland, and it's turning into desert. Anywhere in California that's not a major city is essentially desert. It's a great state, but it is. I mean, you got the forest up north a little bit, like the redwoods or whatever. But definitely down there, you got like the beach and you got like desert area. So it's hot, but they don't have any humidity either. And when you're riding like on the coast, right by the water, you got that nice breeze coming in, so it's not too bad.
Oh man, it's the dry heat, man.
It is a dry heat. They say that, but like you get out to like Vegas, that like even in the summertime out in Vegas, it's like impossible to be out there, to be outside. Everyone just pours into those casinos and spends all their money on the one-armed bandits, losing all their cash.
Speaking of like the dry heat, the going out there and being outdoors and stuff like that, I was watching. Now this is one of my favorite '90s movies. And The Mummy, the first one with Brandon Fraser.
Ooh, great flick. Yeah.
My favorite part was when they're camping there at the city of Hamunaptra. And just camping out, like, you know what I mean? They got like a fire, they got fires going, everybody's camping out. It's like dude, I miss, like, I mean, we were never camping like that. I mean, we slept on the hoods of trucks or, in Iraq, it was like Konak on the hood of the truck or on the top of a container, or, because of those fucking goddamn sand fleas, dude. They were the worst.
But it was camping. I mean, it's very close to camp. I think that's why there's so many vets that are homeless. They're like, y'all have already taught me how to sleep outside, how to take care. I don't mind this too much.
It's kind of fucked up, but I mean, yeah. But now that you bring that up, just a real short out there. If you have a chance, or you don't know if you want to donate, to somebody, donate the Tunnels to Towers, and that takes care of like extremely wounded vets who are paralyzed or dismembered, or like they can't walk anymore, or they're like they suffered, or even like homeless. They go towards homeless because now they're starting to buy up like old hotels and then refurbishing them and turning them into like little apartment complexes for homeless veterans. So if you ever have a chance, I know Mark Wahlberg, Kurt Angle, Dave Portnoy, Dennis Quaid, what's his name, who plays in as from Yellowstone,
Kevin Costner.
No, not Kevin Costner. The guy who plays Rip, and he's also
I just know Kevin Costner.
He also plays in a bunch of other movies too, but I forget his name, and if he's watching this, I apologize. But a lot of good people are donating, and it goes to a good cause, and 100% of it all goes towards them. It's it's not a money making scheme or anything. So
Yeah.
I
We're not
100%
sponsored by them,
endorse.
but I'll put a link in the description of this video in the podcast if you guys want to check it out, and you can go donate to some soldiers.
But yeah, so back to it. I mean, speaking of hot, how about the Hawk Tuah girl? Man,
Ooh,
dude,
she
I don't
blew
know
up
how many.
overnight.
Dude, she blew up overnight. Is right, man. Dude, I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? And then I ended up seeing it on fucking social media, and I was like, oh my god. I was like,
where did this originate? Was this like a TikTok video? Was this YouTube or something?
I forget. The dude was interviewing. He goes around and interviews girls out on, like, I don't know if it was. It looked like it was Nashville, because it was definitely down south, because she's definitely a southern girl.
Yeah,
but,
some partying city.
Yeah, it was. They were definitely interviewing girls out there in the city and stuff like that. And she was just having a great time, man.
She was having a good old night. Hey, good for her.
Especially,
And what a great answer to the question.
Yeah, especially when she was like calling her boyfriend Pookie. I'm like, I'll tell you right now, she better be doing some Hawk Tuah on my fucking piece if she's calling me Pookie.
Hey, she figured it out, man. That dude's sticking around,
I know. We were, so there was a rumor that said that because of this, she's a teacher, she might lose her job. I know there's a rumor going around.
Yeah, I don't know the validity to that rumor. I've heard it, but I also, the minuscule amount of digging I did into that afterwards, most people are like, no one actually knows who this is. It's just a girl. That just rumor kind of started on Reddit or something. I hope she doesn't lose her job. I mean, that's just, it's such a weird world, where so much of, whatever you're doing can, be online.
Yeah.
And something that you think is like the dumbest thing in the world ends up, going viral overnight, becomes this huge thing. But, good on her for just having fun and living her life. And I hope nothing ill happens to this angel of 2024.
Not just her, but anybody. It doesn't have to be I don't, just because you're out there having a good time, and you're interviewing and then you say something really funny and it just takes off on the internet, and then like now all of a sudden like you might lose like your whole career or something like that. I think it's retarded. Sorry, let me find something. It's stupid. That's what it is. It's really stupid. People need to get a hold of themselves. But I know a lot of guys are trying to get a hold of her.
I bet.
Dude, there's that one video, that one meme. The memes are absolutely out of control. They're all so funny.
Yeah.
The one
They're
dude,
incredible.
she's just like, you just gotta Tuah on that shit, spit on that thing, and all of a sudden it was a dude just on a street bike. Like, take a look at her, find this girl.
Yeah.
Bing bang boom.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of great memes too. I saw that put into the old Tim McGraw song where he's like, "I'm an Indian outlaw, half Cherokee," and then it spits to her, half Hawk Tuah. That was good.
I did the other one. Hawk Tuah, baby, do you love it this way? Oh, heaven is a place on earth. Dude, that was a good one.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, so I hope she's doing good. We wish you all the best, Hawk Tuah girl. Enjoy your 2024 and don't stop partying. Keep living the dream.
I think she's going to be. There was another thing there on X that I saw that she's actually going to be doing. She's going to be getting money from all the merchandise that's being made, like Hawk Tuah 2024. Just spit on that thing.
Yeah,
and
hopefully.
Hats,
give
t-shirts.
her a cut.
Absolutely, she absolutely deserves it. If she's not making any
genius
money
over
off
here.
of this, shame on her. She needs to take this and run with it.
Go get a
just wish that we could be an internet
businessman.
sensation overnight like that.
Well, we gotta be a little more crude, maybe.
We're taking the long road. It's a long road when you're all alone.
Well, we're not alone. We have each other.
Yeah,
We're
what's
fighting
that
this fight
movie?
together.
What's that
What?
movie? What's that movie? What's that song from?
I have no idea.
It's the intro and it's the intro and the well, actually more the ending to Rambo: First Blood.
Oh, First Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been quite some time since I've seen Rambo First Blood, and I've only seen that flick once. That wasn't a numerous watch for me. It wasn't one of my favorite flicks.
Do you know that movie was originally supposed to be a drama and not portrayed as an action movie? It was supposed to be a drama for Vietnam vets who were treated like dog shit when they came home.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shame on America for putting Vietnam vets through that. You know, if there was somebody you're going to get mad at, get mad at the government.
You should get mad at the government. You should always be mad at the government. There's always a reason to be mad at the government.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then it like kind of took off as an action flick. Everything changes in the editing bay too, and then it started really getting off the rails with First Blood 2 and Rambo
no way, man! First Blood 2 was awesome, dude.
No, they're great. They're great flicks, but they were not in any way.
The third one in Afghanistan, like
as dramas.
The third one in Afghanistan was, that's when it gets like straight action. It was like, dude, when we were going to Afghanistan, it was like, dude, you think we get on horseback and just like start with the Afghan National Army and just picking up a dog and just throwing him?
Wouldn't that be sick?
That would be pretty fucking sick.
Roll in through Bagram on horseback.
Yeah, dude. We did have Shistel, Headbutt, and A&A Goat, so
that's true.
Old Ram's Head. But speaking of animals, dude, you know what I just watched for the first time? I saw it on there. Cujo. Dude, what a fucking... I was like, dude, I can't believe this is even a movie. Just some dog went into a fucking bat cave and just got bit by a bunch of like bats and then just turned rabid. Started just mauling people.
It'll turn you.
I know, right?
I mean, it scares you from dogs.
You know the one thing that I caught in the beginning is right out of the gate. Like the family's down there eating breakfast, and then all of a sudden this dude comes in and just gives the daughter a doll, and then I was like, oh, the mom is definitely screwing this guy. And then sure enough, dude, I was right. I was like, so predictable.
Yeah,
fucking scumbags,
they definitely
man.
Telegraphed. It's called foreshadowing. Did a good job. Let you know what's going on.
And then like, she goes to his place and she's like, I can't do this no more. I got a family and everything. And I'm like, you didn't think about that prior to that? Like, what's going on here? I mean, your dad works for a fucking your father works for, or your husband works for a cereal company, giving you all this money and shit and a nice home and being there for you, just being a faithful husband and everything. And then you're going out screwing around. That's so stupid.
Hey, don't think about it in the heat of the moment.
And I'm not just saying this is not a gender thing. I mean, it could be the other way around. I can poke it out when guys. Yeah,
a lot of guys get tripped up.
I know. I was never being on deployment and stuff like that. Did you ever see Jarhead? And that dude, like, he got that. The deer hunter came in when they were in there, and like he ended up. His wife recorded her having sex with the neighbor, and he goes,
"Sure, yeah,
dude." I would not. I was like, that was probably like a thing why I never wanted to be in a relationship, especially being on deployment. I wouldn't be able to fucking deal with it. I want to be mentally focused on the mission. Like, I don't need this shit going on. I'm not going to judge anybody else who's doing whatever the fuck they do. It's your life. Do whatever you want. But me, on the other hand, like, don't want to get into it. I think this will be like the third or fourth time we're talking about this subject.
I don't know. But you don't want to worry about those hussies back home. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We'll keep it at that.
Jody can stay home.
Jody can stay home.
Yep.
Yeah. It's definitely an odd world. But
you know who did it you know who did it right? Dude, Goodbody, Davidson, Sweeney, and who else when they went and they were on the Jerry Springer episode?
Yeah, they went to Jerry Springer, yeah.
Dude, that was hilarious. I was crying laughing. I thought that was absolutely hilarious with those guys.
Yeah. I miss Jerry Springer, man. What a great show. Him and Steve Wilkos, just bringing the schlock to daytime TV. You're like, you turn on your television. I mean, I don't have like cable anymore. But I mean, dude, you turn on your TV at 11 in the morning and just see white trash, no teeth people fighting each other, flashing each other. That was the height of entertainment, you know. Now we're so prudish as Americans, you know. Everything's hidden behind TVMA content ratings. Back in the day, man, you would just see the worst of humanity over your lunch break in, you know, the cafeteria.
Well, I think that's
all you need.
I think that's what streaming services are bringing out, where you can choose to watch this, or you're paying for it, so you could choose to watch or you don't choose to watch. Just like what we're doing here, like
Yeah.
you don't have to watch us. Like, we're not getting paid.
You do not
we're just
have
doing
to watch
this.
us. That's we're just
You know
having
what I mean?
fun. We're just having a beer too. Yeah, I remember being like a kid and going into the doctor's office, you know, with my mom or whatever, waiting in the waiting room, and they have like Jerry Springer or Maury on, and my mom's like, "Don't watch this." And I'm like, what do you want me to do? We're at a doctor's office. I'm not going to just like read highlights for kids when, you know, Debbie's done everyone in the trailer park over here. I'm invested.
Yeah.
I need to know what's going on.
That's yeah. I was actually, to tell you the truth, I never really got into all that. Like,
No?
yeah, none of that stuff really interested me. Like, I was never even a big reality TV person or anything like that. Or, like, not even like Judge Janine or Judge Judy or whatever.
Judge Judy.
Like, I never got into that. Even, like, you know, like Cops and all that stuff. Like, I never really got into it. It wasn't, like, my thing.
Yeah, I love watching the worst of humanity. I think that's my issue. I just love watching other people who are worse off than me. I'm just like a sick, twisted individual in that way.
You're
I
not
love
sick and
watching,
twisted.
like Hoarders. Man, I love that show. Every time I watch Hoarders, I look around my minimalist house and I'm like, I feel good. Feel good that I vacuumed today.
I do, yeah. I get like that where I'm like, dude, I got like all my barbecue stuff sitting over here, and it's just like, dude, I want to put it all away, but I know like I'm gonna have to drag it all right back out.
Yeah.
Dude, what was it? You know who Asian Dan likes?
What's that?
My 1,000-pound life or my 600-pound
Ooh.
life. He loves that show.
I can't. Those people like make me a little sad. Like, you have to really let go to
Did you
get
see
that.
that?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw that. Like that one girl, or she would like talk about how much soda she drank. Like, diet soda is one thing. You're drinking regular soda. You might just be putting a bag of sugar in your mouth.
I mean, you can have like a soda every now and then. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy a nice.
She would drink like a 12-pack just for breakfast.
Yeah, you can't do that. Not even. I'm surprised she's got any teeth left in her head.
Oh,
All that sugar just rotting them bad boys out of there.
I think.
Yeah, that's tough, man. And I love a good Mountain Dew Baja Blast, you know, but you got to keep that stuff in check. If you're just going through 2 liters like they're bottled water.
I'm a big Diet Coke Zero fan.
I like Coke Zero. Coke Zero is where it's at.
And you know
but I'm
best,
more of a Pepsi man.
I know. The best is when it's out of the fountain on ice in a fountain drink.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ain't nothing better than, you know what my favorite thing was, just like getting done with you know, probably from just recently, just coming back from the kitchen, just like you've been on your feet for like 8 to 10 hours, and like it's like, you know, the middle of the afternoon because you work the morning prep and all that, and then so you're sweating and shit like that, and you just want to, dude, I want some soda. I've been drinking water like nonstop all morning, and I have like 1 cup of coffee, and like that's all I had in my stomach.
Treat.
So I just wanted like a nice Diet Coke, nice large Diet Coke from Sheetz, and then maybe get some grub, maybe get a salad or something. Who am I kidding? Back then I wasn't even dieting, so I was probably getting like chicken fingers and a cheeseburger and chips, and you know. Hey, God forbid, Mike, you were, I don't know, you know, I mean, I just retired, man. I just let myself go. Now, you know, the honeymoon's over. It's 2024. Hey, dude, I just weighed myself in at 309 this morning.
Nice.
So, down from, that's about like 4 or 5 pounds in the two and a half weeks.
That's good, man.
So,
yeah, just shedding them pounds.
Yeah, this is like a life change. So, I mean, like, I'm just more aware of what I put in my body, and, I'm still having a great time. Still having a great, go to the gym more. I'm like back to lifting weights and shit, and feels great. Feels good.
I think that's super important. Like I think a lot of people get caught up in body positivity or the opposite of like being total gym rats and watching these fitness influencers like that. If you want to be a fitness influencer and live in the gym or whatever, like good for you. That's a choice. But you know what? 99% of the people in the world don't need to do that. You just need a little bit of self-control, like what you're saying. Watch what goes in your body and move your body, a little bit every day. You don't need to be running marathons, but do some walking, go to the gym, do some light lifting, do some mobility stuff. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to look like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but just like, don't eat McDonald's 3 meals a day and then go for a walk every now and then. Dude, and you'll be fine.
I don't even know if I'll ever touch McDonald's again. Dude, if I'm going to, I feel like if I'm going to eat food, like it's going to be like a fresh, like not even like, I don't want any type of preservatives, any type of that institutionalized food.
Sure.
Like I want like if I want to do it, I want to be like a pizza, like a really good pizza. Like maybe a nice. I do love lunch meat. I'm a cold cut guy. I love a nice Italian baked. I like a nice baked Italian roll. But like I said, can't have it. So, but oh, dude, and pasta. Like an Italian pasta, you know what I mean? I'm a big Italian. I love Italian food, but
yeah.
I think it was like you said, but like ever since, like, dude, I'm telling you, keto works. I think I weighed in at 364 pounds on New Year's, so that's when I was like, now I'm down to 309, and then we're here at
it's a lot of weight in 6 months, yeah.
Yeah, but I lost it slowly and healthily. Like, sure. I'm not saying that like I had like a couple cheat days. I think there was like January and February, I had 2 cheat days once per month, and it was Chinese food. I love chicken teriyaki. I love lo mein. I love egg rolls. I like dumplings. I like that shit. My dad's trying to coerce me to go to the Chinese buffet that I got him roped into last year. He's like, man, this is fucking fabulous. And it's actually good. It's actually a really good one. It's a good Chinese.
There's nothing better than a good Chinese buffet. That's what you need. Because when you order Chinese, like I love a sweet and sour chicken, right? I love a beef and broccoli. But when I want Chinese, like if someone's like, "Oh, what do you want from Chinese?" I'm like, I kind of want all of it. You know what I mean? I want a little bit of orange chicken. I want a couple sweet and sour boys. I want some fried rice. Maybe I want to throw a sweet and sour chicken on top of some white rice and pour that sweet and sour sauce all over it. Get nasty with it, Mike. You know what I mean? So, and a buffet gives you that option. I love
a Hawk Tuah on that shit.
I want a Hawk Tuah that stuff right down my gullet.
I'm a big sushi guy, so I think like if I was to do that,
sushi too.
I want to go to like one of those. They got like, I think it's like a sushi train or whatever the fuck they are. They just like the sushi just comes out. You just grab.
Like a conveyor belt.
Yeah. I love sushi, dude. But so hey, yeah, we kind of went on a dead stop right there. We were on a roll about Chinese food.
Yeah, we rolled right into it from Hawk Tuah. I don't know how we got from Hawk Tuah to the Chinese, but it happens.
It happens. But dude, the other thing was like turning around in my head was like, dude, what was some of the craziest shit you got away with at work?
Oh, at work. Man, I've been at my job for so long, so I probably shouldn't say anything because they're probably tired of me by now. I've been at my company 12 years. They're probably looking for a reason to get rid of me.
Not your current employment.
Oh, you know what? This was great. So this was like my probably my second like real job, but I worked at a golf course for 4 years before I joined the Army. And I was like, I started when I was like 16, so I worked until I was 20 or whatever, and then joined the Army. And that was like the best job. If you could make money at it, I would still be, working at a golf course to this day, because all you did, you'd get there early in the morning, you'd get done early, and you would just ride around on a lawnmower, nice zero turn or the green mowers, and mow some greens, mow some fairways, smoke a cigar, listen to some music. That was it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was sick. That's going to be my retirement job. Whenever I retire, when I'm 65 years old, I'm not just going to sit around the house. I'm gonna start smoking again, and I'm going to work at a golf course again. That's going to be my thing. If the Lord blesses me to 65 years old, you can catch me out on a lawnmower, mowing some greens. But what was great is I'd been there for so long, and I wasn't didn't have a title like assistant super or anything, but we had the superintendent who was in charge of everything. And then I was kind of like his second or third in command just because I had been there so long. Most of the people coming through were just summer kids and they work a summer and they're gone. So he would let me come in on like Saturdays and Sundays when they would do tournaments. And I'd come in and, change the pins. That takes you about an hour and a half. But he was like, oh, I want you to get, a good 4 hours of work in for coming in. So we do that. And then he's like, all right, let's just hop around and say hi to everyone. So it was like 9 a.m. We'd stop by the beer tent first, just get ourselves some free beers, and then ride around and talk to the golfers. Be like, hey, how you liking the course today? How's it playing? What do you think of the pins? What do you think of the greens, the fairways? While drinking beer and smoking cigars on the clock. I loved it. So that was... got away with. My boss was there, so he was cool with it. But that was like the best thing about being at work. The best thing I ever got away with by far. What about you, Mike? What have you ever gotten away with at work? You're retired, so you can go all out.
Yeah, I know,
can't
right?
Get rid of you now.
I was thinking about that when I was out golfing the other day, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to, wake up early in the morning and do some lawn care, and then head home. But yeah. So this was an Army story way back in the day. Probably before, it was before you weren't even in the Army. We were getting ready to go to Afghanistan, and it was right before, it was that year we were getting ready to go, I believe. And, or no. It was the year after we got back. And, we were out partying, and then it was me and two other guys, we hooked up with these 3 girls who were like, we want to do something. We're the only 6 that are still up. It's like 1:00 in the morning. And they're like, you want to go skinny dipping? Don't have to tell me twice. So we went to the lake. So we skinny dipped in the lake. Next thing you know, I don't know, they got like motion sensors or something like out there. There were cops were coming in. They were like I'm like, I went straight from doing what I was doing with her to being like a straight fucking Navy SEAL, like out of fucking nowhere. Dude, like I hid underneath, like I had all my stuff like in the bush, and I was in the water, and I was just like that. And dude, they had like flashlights, and I'm like looking around, I'm like, where the fuck did everyone go? It's like they all left me. And I'm like in there, and they thought the whole time, like they thought that I got arrested. Meanwhile, I'm like evading the cops there were out. They were everywhere. They were trying to fucking get us. And man,
out in force.
Dude, I came up out of the lake, and this was on the dam side. And I was like low crawled across this gravel shale, and I'm in shorts. That's all I'm in is in shorts. Like all my shit, I just left. I had my cell phone, and that was it. Like I left all my wallet and all that shit back there because I didn't need it. We're on skinny dipping. And I'm like, dude, I'm low crawling. My knees are grinding into this sharp shale. And then as soon as I get over to the other side, because they could see me if I were to get up, like I saw, I low crawled. And then I got over to the other side, and I just took the fuck off through the woods. Dude, I can't believe that I didn't step on like a branch with a fucking, like a stick out of it or something like that to go right through my foot. Because I wasn't stopping. I was like the Predator, like going... Dude, I was out, and as soon as I got to the other edge of the woods, and I dropped down, I'm like, hey, where you at? I'm in the fucking woods, man. Where the fuck are you guys? We're coming to get you. And we're like, we're going to pick you up on the side of the road. And then I go like, all right, so then I ran up to that side of the road, and they were like, no, that's too close to him. I see him over there. You're going to have to run across the parade field. Dude, if I were to fucking run a PT test that night, I would have fucking ran like a 12-minute 2-mile. Dude, I was hauling ass, man. I jumped right in through the fucking window, and then like, go. Dude, we got back. When we got back, it was 5:30 in the morning, and everybody's getting ready for PT. And I'm like, well, let's do some PT and stuff. I came back, and like the guys were like, what the fuck? You're just getting back right now? Yeah, man, let's go run. And then like they were like, they started like heckling, like the leaders were like, hey, yeah, I don't see him doing anything. I was like, oh, I'll go run with the commander right now. I was like, come on, sir, let's go run. And that's what, sure enough, I was running and stuff, man. I was hurting, man. I was yakking. And he was like, just keep it running, man. Just keep it running. And that's what I was doing, man. As soon as that was over, dude, I went and got a shower, changed. I was like, let's get this training going. As soon as we got out to the training yard, started getting people going, I was like, all right, you got this? All right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
just
dude,
turn
that
it
was
in
rough.
for the day.
Yeah, dude, that was a wild one. And I can't believe I got away with it. If I was going to get arrested, that would have been it. So.
Yeah, that would have been the time.
But, dude, how about like, what was like the craziest fart story you ever had?
I saw you had this in there, Mike. Man, I don't have any fart stories. I don't know.
I'll tell you one fart story.
I'm not like a ripper or a tear.
All right, we'll edit that out from right after I finished the running like Predator. And then when I start the fart stories, just edit that out to this right now.
Okay.
So another thing in the Army, dude, this is when I was doing CrossFit, and when I was taking creatine. So if you ever take creatine by pill form, they're like giant horse pills, and you have to drink a lot of water. But I don't know how much fucking water I can drink because I'm drinking a gallon from morning to afternoon, and then when I get to working out, I drink like almost another gallon. So I mean, like, I don't know how much you're supposed to drink, but I was drinking plenty. But there was one time, and it was Matt Bell, and we were all in the office, and, you know, I'm just sitting there, we're on break, and you got, like, one dude over there in the other office, like, like fucking sick and shit. Somebody else is, like, sneezing. This other kid that was sitting in our office, he's, like, sitting there for, like, hours, like, like, little, soft, little bitch-ass coughs. And then... And then you got me over there, like just ripping it. I'm just like, I can't help, man. I'm on creatine. Gong, 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 gong. And then like Bell's like sitting there, and he's just like, you know, crossed his legs, and he's like, and I could tell he's just cooking. He's
fuming.
Like, I could feel like he's about to explode. And as soon as somebody was like, because all that shit goes through the vents and then spreads around the office. So and then I fucking rip another one, and he's like, he puts his phone down. He's like, oh my God, all this fucking hacking and sneezing and coughing and shitting and farting. If you're sick, stay the fuck home. And he got up and he went out to fucking smoke a cigarette. And he came back in and he's like, I can't come in here. It's fucking sad. It smells like a goddamn fucking shithouse in here. Sad. I'm just gonna be like, and, dude, that's what they called it, my atomic shits.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was a pretty good one, dude. Especially when I went back there to take a dump. Dude, man, I would come back, or Belle would be back there taking a shit. I would just blast open the fucking door and just sit right on the can. He can't even shit in peace. I'm just like, just let it all go. Right into the can. Ugh. And he's like, oh, wonderful. Fucking sad. Fucking sick. Disgusting. Fucking animals. He would get up and sleep.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time torturing that poor man, you know?
A lot of the time it wasn't even intentional. It was the shit that I didn't even know that he was so upset about.
Well,
but
you should have known, Michael.
I know.
Known.
Did you hear the story about could you imagine here, this is a could you imagine story. Could you imagine Germany busted a cocaine shipment worth over $3 billion, making it the largest bust in that country's history. Could you imagine seeing that much fucking cocaine? Holy shit!
I'll be honest, Mike. I don't do cocaine. I don't know
do cocaine either.
I don't know like how much cocaine that is. You know what I mean? Like I can't.
Cocaine, I'll tell you that. It's like something out of a John Wick movie or The Equalizer.
Is it? I can't visualize like what. Yeah, I don't know like what the going rate of if you told me like this is $100 worth of cocaine, I would just have to believe you. I have no idea.
That was definitely.
I haven't shopped around for it.
I bet you that was definitely $3 billion worth of pure cocaine. And then they can stretch that out to like $30-40 billion after they cut it all down.
So that was just the pure guys, huh?
I'm assuming, because that's a large bust.
Yeah. You throw some fentanyl in them bad boys and give it out to the unsuspecting members of society.
I watched American Gangster. Denzel has taught me a lot.
Yeah.
But real quick, we want to get into... go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't know what that is, but yeah, let's get into beef time.
Beef time. So Joe, I didn't really have anything for beef time this week, but needless to say, somebody always pulls through. So I'm in the grocery line at the local grocer where they have like the fresh. I like to go there when I'm getting like fresh meat and stuff like that because their butcher aisle is insane. It's one of the freshest beef aisles or butcher. You're gonna get fresh meat and stuff like that here in the area. So I'm a very polite person when I'm in public. I hold the door open for everyone. I'm like, yes, ma'am, no, sir, yes, sir, no, ma'am. Oh, absolutely, excuse me, I'm sorry. I get out of people's way. I move, you know what I mean? I'm very polite. And I said to this woman, as she was taking her time in the checkout aisle, I was being polite to her. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm like, no, it's fine, ma'am. Take your time. Do whatever, Even though, yes, I am in a rush. Because I got all this fucking food. I need to get back and start making it and shit. Meanwhile, she's like one little fucking thing after another. And I'm just like, I want to roll my eyes, but I'm afraid somebody's going to catch me. And I'm just trying to be polite and everything. I'm like, whatever. So as soon as it came up to me, she's still fucking like checking out. And I had like four bag, 10 pounds a piece of all this chicken. I was like, do you mind if I like pick this up and you just scan it? She's like, yeah. How about you say please? And I'm like, ooh. And she's and then she's like, I always have to correct the young kids when they do this. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm thinking this in my head, and I'm just like, yo, you're lucky that I'm in a good mood, and I'm just trying to get this stuff. Like, you have no idea. Like, what do you think? I'm making this for my fucking self? Look how much groceries are in here. Right. And I'm like, that's what I said. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm trying to load up on all this food and get the fuck out of here, and you're gonna pull that shit after I just got done being polite to you and all that? I was like, whatever, man. I was like, so if you're in the grocery aisle and you're taking your sweet ass time checking out, do yourself a favor and keep your fucking mouth shut. Unless you're being nice. If you're gonna be fucking rude like that was actually rude of her to even say, please. Say please. I always have to teach the young kids this. And I was like, good for you. Good for you. But you know what? I'm not a fucking young kid. I'm 40 fucking years old. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you, 60? Ooh, 20 years older than me. I mean, like, how are you going to say that after I just got done saying, yes, ma'am, no, you're fine, ma'am, take your time, do whatever I'm being so nice to you and stuff like that and cordial. How many fucking people do you ever hear like that? This is what I'm saying. This is, I want to slap her upside the head
bring
with
out
that.
The worst in people.
I want to slap her across the fucking head with that 10-pound bag of fucking goddamn chicken drumsticks. And be like, you know what?
Just taking her
get the fuck out of here. I was like, you want rude?
I'll
give you rude.
I don't know why, but people just turn into, some people, I'm not going to say everyone, but some people just turn into monsters when they enter the grocery store.
Yeah, I'll turn into a fucking monster. You don't fucking be polite. I'm polite to you.
I think they lose all sense of time. They don't know what's going on. Maybe they're a single mom or, maybe not a single mom. Maybe they left their kids home with the dad and this is their only time of peace and they just want to be terrible people. But yeah, I can't stand grocery store interactions with people, especially like you said, they're being slow checking out. You should
just be happy
efficient
that I was as polite as I did. Because I am very polite and I'm kind. And then you're going to just pull, like, it's just like saying, like, oh, you pulled that whole fucking goddamn trailer with, like, 500 pounds of concrete across, 10 feet, but you forgot to pull the panel. Like, or something, you know what I mean? Something stupid.
Right.
Like, she definitely would have fitted in the military.
Yeah,
Probably was, but
probably.
yeah, but that's all I got to say for today, Joe. Just don't
Yes.
keep your patience with society. As we always say, it's all going downhill, and that's why we're having happy hour.
That's it. We're just here having a happy hour. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. Again, please like, subscribe, whatever it is that you can do. We appreciate it, and we'll see you again next time. Later.